Well, hello there. Welcome to Quantum MMA. I thought I'll share my post-fight reaction for certain important fights, which I thought they are important. That's pretty much it. In case if you are new here, please like the stream. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot. And remember, guys, if you can subscribe to my channel, it really helps me out a lot. And let's dive deep into these matchups. By the way, what was the opener of the main? Even the prelim one, Jacqueline Amore versus Mizuki won, and she was such a massive underdog. I didn't watch this one. To be really honest, I didn't watch this one. I was doing some other stuff. To be really honest, and it's a massive underdog win. It's like I don't know. I could have picked Jacqueline, but Mizuki won. That's all I'm saying. It's ladies match. What to say? Yeah. And Rap Soda, Azat Masu versus Rap Soda. This is something I was looking out for, and again another underdog win as usual. Flyweight bout. I didn't get to see this as well. Now let's talk about this, which is none other than Hamdy Abdelwahab versus Chris Barnett. Like Chris Barnett is like nothing but a piece of shit. Like I like the fact that he's dancing, he does all these other wonders. But man, when he was trying to move the cage to the audience, it was not good, and it was like such a stupid matchup, and he got beaten up. That's pretty much it. I'm not going to say anything for it. It was really bad on the part of what's his name? How do I say? No, I'm just trying. Yeah, it was really bad on the parts of on the part of Chris Barnett. I don't think so. He deserves a chance at UFC. I think he needs to be fired immediately. If I'm not wrong, I think the total number of UFC heavyweight fighters is less than 32. If I'm not wrong, it's 33. It's actually 33. UFC has that many fighters, by the way. It's not possible. But still, all in all, Chris Barnett was really not doing anything that good, worthwhile, whatever it is. Guy threw probably like what 28 shots or something, which is I don't know how to even react, and he was constantly getting taken down as well. But still, he tried what he could. But still, what can I say? But yeah, just I've been sitting in the chair for a long time. That's why I'm moving like this. That's pretty much it. But all in all, I don't know how to even react to this movie. This was such a barn burner. I don't think so. Like I would even like to see this one more time, guys. Let's be honest. That's it. Yeah, I think Chris Barnett needs to be fired. Period. Let's go. Let's move on to the next matchup, which is none other than Nathaniel versus Jose Miguel Delgado. I really can't explain this. I am someone who picked Jose Miguel Delgado to win, but Nathaniel Wood is strong guy. I really don't know how to even say it. I don't know, guys. I don't know, guys. It's like it's way too much, way too much. Yeah, the first round, I thought Delgado was the one who actually won the first round. It was like night and day difference. Like he was the more active fighter. He was doing a lot of bullshit as well. Bullshit meaning like he was the more active fighter. He was throwing a lot of shots. The first round was really good, and I added for like Delgado. And the second round is when out of nowhere he had a takedown. Then what do you call it as Nathaniel was more active, and once the threat of takedown was there, it just it was pretty difficult for what do you call it as uh, Delgado to even do something, and they both of them had a knockdown in the first round, and they both had a knockdown in the second round as well, which was actually pretty funny. And the third round was the deciding round for me. Again, they both had a pretty good round, and it was pretty close. Like it could go either way, but I thought like Nathaniel could win this one, being an underdog, and just got this one. That's all I'm saying. And it's a great win for Nathaniel because this is featherweight, and he just won against such a guy. I think he should be looking at some ranked opponents. That's pretty much it. I think he is talented. He could be ranked, and I don't know, but just imagine this: three English lightweights being ranked in featherweight. Sorry, three English featherweights being ranked in UFC is a like, very big thing. Arnold Allen, Lero Murphy, Nathaniel. It's a very big thing, guys. Yeah. Now let's move on to none other than Walter Walker versus Louie Sutherland. I picked Walter Walker to win. In fact, if you guys really see, Tom Aspinall's only way of losing, like the only proper way he lost in his entire career was by a heel hook, and Walter Walker is really good in it. And this is his like third or fourth consecutive submission by a heel hook, and I think he is the one to like probably beat Tom Aspinall if he doesn't get beaten in the rematch along with Ciryl Gane, which we'll talk about it later. But I thought like this was like a this is something it's like you could have bet your house on him and still you would have won. I'm pretty sure he's going to get ranked, and I don't think so. There are any more, like guys who could not be submitted by Walter Walker. I think he's going to get fraud checked soon, but before that, I think UFC might want to push him further, probably for a title shot. If Ciryl Gane loses, I think it's an absolute matchup. He just came, he did a quick, like, I don't know why he would take a short notice matchup against a guy like Walter Walker. Just came, just, like, did the jujitsu thing, and I mean, like, he just got a hold of his heel and just went for a heel, and it was done. Even before the fight could start, it was done. That's pretty much it. And I hope to see him next. And I feel like he should probably fight against a guy. Why not him versus Sergey Spivak? I'm just making it out. Might be Sergey Spivak might be good, but I feel like just he's booked against Gaziev. Oh man, I don't know what we can say. I think probably against Waldo, probably one or more fight, and then he should probably go for the face the champion, because heavyweight division is almost dead. There is nobody. Tonight they even, what do you call it as? They completely took a shit on the heavyweight division, where our heavyweight champion boys just proved that it's different. In the eyes of a casual fan, it's going to be like very bad. Just telling you, in the eyes of a casual fan, it's going to be very pathetically bad. They are just going to do what they normally do. That's all I'm going to say. They are just going to call John Jones as the GOAT, which is the worst and the last thing you will expect, and that's what's going to happen with fantasy. Fucking casuals. Anyways, let's move on to the next matchup. Just another than Ludwig Klein versus Mateusz Rebecki. I saw this fight, like, I was doing a live for this one, and I really had a 2-1 in the favor of Ludwig Klein. I picked Klein to win. In fact, he hurt his ankle, if I'm not wrong, and Rebecki was God in the third round. I thought it would be a draw as well. The first two rounds, it was a clear-cut winner by Ludwig Klein. He was the better striker. He was doing a lot of damage. In fact, he made Rebecki sit a couple of times, and almost he had a knockdown as well. So that is something you guys need to like take into account, I must say. What else is there? What else is there? Just tell the truth, like all of this. Yeah. And in the third round, when out of nowhere, our guy just lost. I mean, like when he got damaged his ankle, I think it didn't work out. And Rebecca started doing a lot of things. I'm not angry with the decision. It's lightweight. Both the guys are old as fuck. What can I say? This is the division. This is how it is. Let's see where Ludovic Klein goes from here. But all in all, this was a great scrap. It was really wonderful and amazing to watch. That's pretty much it. Let's move on to the next matchup, which is none other than Ikram Aliskerov versus John Park. Oh my fucking god, Ikram was a KO guy. I really thought he was going to get the finish over here, probably in the first round. Not in the first round. I thought it was going to be in the second round. But he joined Habib along with his camp, and just out of nowhere he started to wrestle. It was really, really bad. It's like Ikram at, a, at an age like this, where I don't think so. Like he should be becoming more of a specialized person rather than trying to switch his style, which is something not that great. When I saw Ikram try to pull off that Habib's ankle tie and the way Habib holds and he strikes, I think Habib is good. The style works out for him, but not for everybody. If Ikram's wrestling was not there, I think Ian Park would have finished him in the third round. Like Ikram was really, really tired. He was gassed out. I don't think so. Like Ikram can never be a champion. The maximum he could do is probably in the top five. I don't know where does he go from here. It's like very difficult. Ian Park, I don't know. I think probably Ian Park will get cut or something. I think they should do a matchup like probably Marvin Vettori versus Ian Park, if not Roman Dolidze versus Ikram, something like that. Dagestan versus Chechnya. I mean like Georgia. They could keep the content alive. That is something I believe in. But apart from that, I don't know. I was not impressed by Ikram. Just when he was faced with this guy, a guy like Jan Parkit, just couldn't do anything. It was pretty bad. So I don't know how to say. Like this was what I expected was altogether different, and what I saw was altogether different. But as long as it lasted, it was a really good matchup. That's all I'm going to say. Period. Let's move on to the next matchup, which is the headliner of the prelim card, which is none other than Nasrat Haqparast versus Quillan Salkilld. Oh my god, this guy was massive. Quillan was massive. Usually, I don't like guys who take short notice matchups, and Quillan was one. And Nasrat, I thought you would probably go to a decision, or if not, take it to the second round or something. But Quillan looked massive, guys. It was so massive, so big. I don't know how to even react to this one. It was so big, so massive, and I don't know. It's like just how good is Anshul Jupri? Just think it through. It's just how good is Anshul Jupri? He was still there. Killen has had so far what 3 fights, and this was like such a massive jump up for him. And this is KO of the year. Nothing comes close to this. So far. I can't really like think of anything. I know like Alex Pereira versus Magomed Anklev one is good, but this one was like brutal bad one, like where Nasrat was not even there. In fact, Nasrat was actually KO'd only by Drew Dober. That was altogether different weight. Like for a long time, Nasrat was this strong guy, and Killen out of nowhere he came and he showed there is levels to it. It was a short notice matchup. This guy comes out of nowhere, like from all the way from Australia, with like jet lag, all the things put together. He just goes there and KOs Nasrat in a guy like Nasrat in the first round, and probably is looking at a 50k bonus. I don't know. I think Killen is really talented, and he's just 25. I think give that guy like 3 years, 2 years, 2 to 3 max. I think we are probably looking at a top three ranked guys. He could even be a champion, to be really honest. How JDM out of nowhere he came and he really sort of shocked everyone by becoming the champion. I think he can become a champion one day because the future of lightweight division really looks pretty bad. I think he can beat Rufi, Grand Dawson, hell yeah, Benoit Saint Denis, Chandler, he kills him, Nata Moicano, Rafael Fiziev. Oh my god, all these guys are getting old as well. I think Arman might be a really big problem for him, Arman, Max Holloway, but I don't know. I'm still yet to see like where he really stands. But at an age like 25 and KOing a guy like Nasrat Haqparast, it's a massive feat. Trust me, it's a real massive feat, and I think it deserves the KO of the night bonus. Like it's so massive, I really can't say anything. It was so good, and he was setting him up. He was setting him up, and like initially I didn't notice when I rewatched the match. He was really setting him up, and the other thing is he's really huge. He's thick and he's big for the division. Nasrat is someone who doesn't shy away from that size game. Like Nasrat was also big, but he was really massive. Just finished him this. That's it. I'm in awe of this guy Quillan, and I really am to be on the lookout for his next matchups because we have a top three lightweight. Trust me, it's going to be like really wonderful to see this guy face these other guys. I think he should get a push up soon, like probably get a rank fight next one, and probably like a couple of really good fights. That's just me. Now let's go on to the main card, which is none opener of the main card, which is none other than Alexander Rakic versus Azamat Murzakanov. I think Alexander Rakic is going to get kicked out of UFC. That's pretty much it, guys. Been doing nothing but losing. He's 6'4", 6'5", who's this massive guy, and he just loses like an idiot. How am I even supposed to play? He's the more, how do I say? He's the more ripped guy. Like he's got a good body. Azamat is a guy who's 5'10", who's short, who's stocky. He looks like the slimmer version of that guy, Azamat Bagatov from Borat movie. And he came, and I thought like Rakic was actually doing good. Then out of nowhere, it was probably a right straight or a left straight. I can't really remember it. That's it. It just he fell. He gave up. Alexander Rakic didn't even have any offense or whatever it is. It was so pathetically bad. And fun fact is, this is like the second or third best. I think it's second best win I can say because with Jan Blachowicz it was a draw. Technically, it was a draw. So this is the second best win for a guy like Magomed Ankalaev, and it's just not looking good for Ankalaev. And I don't know what's Ankalaev is going to say. Like, it's still his best win is Pereira, but Pereira was what? He was hurt. All that's left for Ankalaev to say right now is that he's got AIDS and cancer and HIV all in the same. If not, I don't think so. Like, Ankalaev's got any other diseases and problems left in his body. But Alexander Rakic proved to be shit. I picked Alexander Rakic to win. Guy showed like he was really too stupid, and I really don't know that even. I get it when you're facing a short guy, it's a bit difficult. But I don't know, like he was doing good, then out of nowhere he wasn't, got caught, and I don't know, probably one more matchup and maybe Azamat fights for a title. I'm genuinely happy to see some new blood and light in like Carlos Woodberg, Azamat, two guys, which itself says a lot about light heavyweight. In the natural order of selection, I think new guys tend to come in. This is how it works. This is how it works. That's pretty much it. And what else to say? What else to say? There is more fights to go on. Go. Give me a sec. Yeah. Oh my god. Fucking god. Jailton Almeida versus Aleksandar Volkov. I thought Alexander Volkov won this one. Jailton Almeida took him and he didn't. I don't know. It's like he was not ready to throw a punch or not ready to submit him. It's like Jailton Almeida is a fucking asshole. I think that they should be fired from UFC. This is not the first time he's doing it. I thought the first time when he did it, he lost. I thought similar to that. Probably this time he'll understand, but unfortunately, this asshole didn't even understand. And he was right. Rolly was doing it for 3 rounds, where I don't know what to even say. But I really think this was like unanimous decision for Volkov, and Volkov has been getting a lot of shit recently, like from the judges, not from the fans, but from the judges. I think. I think they should simply cut Jalton Almeida. I don't think so. There is nothing good that will come out of Jalton Almeida. He will never fight for a title, and they should be like really kicked, like out of this thing. I think probably Alexander Volkov should face someone like Waldo Cortes Acosta, some guy like that. Probably since the next matchup is going to be for the title, so it's better he faces someone in the meantime to keep him active, to keep him engaged. Let's get the idea right. Probably a little bit of it, regardless of who the winner. Ciryl Gane wins. That's a rematch we all would like to see. If it's Tom Aspinall, also we would like to see Alexander versus Tom Aspinall. That's pretty much it. But I really, really want you guys to know something. I hate Jailton Almeida, and they should be fucked. Even is the first 4 letters of his name suggest that guy should be in jail, not outside, for these boring fucking fights. Let's move on to the real co-main event of the night, which is none other than Umar versus Mario. Oh my fucking god, this is a fight that woke me up. Like, I really was. The way Mario Bautista was twisting his ankle and his heel, I thought like he finished and something was wrong. And Umar almost lost. Like the with the Eastern guys, they will never tap. Doesn't matter. You break their neck, break their ankle, doesn't matter. They'll never tap. In fact, Umar was actually limping every now and then, but still he was there in the fight. And in the second round, he was almost knocked down. Yeah, poor guy has what probably was knocked down in the second round, and still he returned from that. He faced adversity and he really came up well. But I'm gonna say this. He was gassed as fuck in the third round. Even in the second round, for him to catch his breath and for him to like regain the conscience, for him to get actively in the fight was difficult for him. He's talented. He's genuinely way too much talented in terms of wrestling skills. Like he's so good. It's like he's always 2, 3, 4 steps ahead of Mario Bautista. And first of all, I really would like to thank Mario Bautista, a great guy who was on a great winning streak. The guy showed with full true heart, full pure respect to a guy like Mario Bautista. I really wish like I get to interview him. That's pretty much it. And Mario Bautista was the guy. He is the guy tonight. It just Umar did nothing. He was holding him. Like I don't know. It's like Umar was trying all whatever he could to try and finish Mario, but Mario was still like in the fight. He was fighting. Yeah, felt like Mario was a really talented fighter. Just I hated him for the Jose Aldo fight, and that's pretty much it. But today Mario Batista showed that he's got heart, will. I would like to see him against Peter Yan. I love Peter Yan, so I would like to see Mario Batista versus Peter Yan. But Umar, as he said, I think he should face someone probably like Davidson Figueredo, or if not. still there's some Garcia guy or whoever is ranked. Not Song Yudong. I think Song Yudong versus Sean O'Malley is getting made. If that wasn't getting made, I think he would have called him. And Davidson Figueredo, Raymond Zahabi were the only guys left for him. I think he could actually fight one such guy, to be really honest. Yeah, I think, but I still don't feel like Umar beats Marab. He is still, like, I don't know, I think Marab is still 2 3 leagues and levels above all the fighters in this division. But let's see, all in all, this was a great matchup. I really, really loved it. It was a sight for the sore eyes. Both the guys, respect to them, and way too much respect for a guy like Mario Bautista because he showed up. And these guys, they tend to train from a very young age. Mario Bautista showed, like that he's still there. I think Mario Bautista would still amass a lot of wins. I still think he beats a lot of these guys, and he could return soon. And in fact, I feel like him versus Umar should have been a 5 rounder. Mario Batista versus Marab would be like a great matchup to watch, guys. I'm just telling you right away. I think Mario with probably 2 3 good wins, he could be fighting for the title. I hope that happens. I hope Mario Batista fights for the title. I know soon Umar is going to fight. That's pretty much it. Then let's move on to the on paper go main event. What to talk about this? Two ladies, they were doing what they could. Mackenzie Dern won. She's a strawweight champion right now. She brought her daughter inside Doctor One. That's pretty much it. Let's move on to the main event. In fact, I've spoken about this in another 7 minute video, and it was pretty close. To be really honest, the fight was going pretty close, and the damage was, if I were to see, like Thomas Aspinall's nose was getting busted, and Ciryl Gane has a chin, guys. Got to give it to him. Ciryl Gane has a chin. I've said this in this video. He had something in his breast, boob, something, chest, somewhere. He had a bump, which is something I was constantly, like I even tweeted, even in the live, I said few things regarding it. It was a bit difficult. That's all I'm going to say. But apart from that, I don't know. It just Ciryl Gane had that strong peppering jab. Whenever Thomas Pinal tried to come, he was just jabbing him. And since he trains with Imava, when Thomas Pinal was trying to gain momentum, he was just poking in his eyes. The eye poke was really bad, and I get it. It must be something similar to Dustin Poirier versus Eddie Alvarez. I feel like probably in the rematch, Thomas Pinal would beat him, but I don't know. Somewhere deep down, like John Jones is celebrating. He's not even tweeting because he knows it is what it is, guys. What can I say or what can you guys say? That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I think it's a no contest. This is like the worst way for this to end. I think Thomas Pinal lost a lot of stock on this one. I think it's pretty shitty. The eye poke was brutal. I get it. Once with the eye poke, it's difficult to fight. I perfectly get all these things with it. But what can I say? It is what it is. And Thomas Pinal just, I don't know, Thomas. Ciryl Gane did not win, but he made Thomas Pinal look human. And Thomas Pinal was just saying, like, this is not how you fight. He was trying to maintain the decorum and all these other things. And unfortunately, that is something not what these guys live with. That's all I'm going to say. And ah, Thomas Pinal got fucked tonight. And if he loses in the rematch, I don't know how to even say it. I know a lot of casuals are going to say John Jones is the greatest, this, that, blah, 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 blah. But still, I don't know. I still feel like Thomas Pinal is the heavyweight champion. The rematch is going to be there. Similar to Dustin versus Eddie Alvarez, Thomas Pinal is going to win this one. That's pretty much it. In case if you haven't, guys, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's Thank you so much. One.